This is awkward. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a long time, but a lot of stuff has happened recently. I tried to record a video, was it yesterday? But I was mega depressed because I went to meet with a few friends that have split away. They've gone to different places to do their focus in like education, so I haven't seen them forever. Went to see them, went home, felt mega depressed because I thought I'd never see them again. Had a big fat cry, tried to record a video after it, failed miserably. So that was fun. A few days later, here I am, deciding to talk about my life because it's a mess. I know I need to post more interesting things, but do I look like an interesting person? No. I did an ASMR video, that's how low I've gone. I don't really know what to talk about. I think today's focus is the fact that I went to Pride with one of my friends, Natasha. Yeah. It was actually really fun. It was a really fun experience. I know that the fact that leaving your house is scary enough, but going somewhere that you don't know, and especially if you're like socially anxious like me, meeting other people, like strangers, is just horrible. And the fact that I'm so far away from home as well is terrifying. So I had to get on a train. I had to take the bus to the bus station, take the train to Chester. When we got there, we had to try and find the center of Chester. And let me tell you, we had no clue where we were going. So we basically just found, I mean, you could literally, it doesn't matter where you went, you could literally find someone with a flag, like at least one group of people with a flag. And so we basically just group hopped. So we'd find a group, we'd follow them, have a chat with them, and then we'd swap. And then we'd swap again, and then swap again until we got to the city centre. It was fun. We finally arrived at the city centre, then we got to another part of Chester where it was a giant crossroad. This was the interesting part, and this is the downside of going to Pride, is that you'll have the supporters, you know where I'm going with this, and you'll have the haters. Now, these haters were old, obviously. I mean, they all are. They didn't exactly say anything homophobic directly at us. It was a more of, oh, come to us to, like, cleanse yourselves or repent your sins or something. And we had this one guy who looked like Boris Johnson, who must have been, like, the cult leader, because he was the one screaming. He was basically shouting out, like, ah, So he was having a fun time by himself. I'm glad he had a fun time. Of course, he didn't persuade nobody, of course. The mind of the youth is much rebellious than you think. So nobody decided to swap sides, obviously. I mean, we were all there to have a good time. A lot of people were chanting, cheering and everything. And at one point, the group of homophobes were on one corner, and I think like a mass amount of LGBT people were just like flocked and surrounded them. Like they were like stuck in the middle. Like they couldn't leave. And they were next to a tree that had a park bench on it, and this group of like 5 people just stood on it, and we just started singing, and they were just like the Boris Johnson lookalike was just like, get off the seat, and they were just singing at him, and it was like, I was like, whoa. And to be honest, there were a lot of supporters there, like not LGBT people, but there were a lot of people who are allies. I think it's the ally, and they have a separate flag, or they have a flag that shows that you're an ally. And that was actually really sweet. This family that came up to us and started saying like it's so wrong the way that like what they think. Like they're just so outdated. And I was like, same. They are, aren't they? I was like, same. I'm outdated too. And she literally turned to me and goes, don't let anyone push you around. And I was like, I don't plan on letting anyone push me around. She was great, by the way. She was telling everyone, come on, cheer. And this is the best part about that moment, right? This was the best part. Some crackhead literally comes up to these homophobes and starts screaming at them. There are armed police officers there. They're armed. And they literally just watched them. And I think one of them started chuckling. They were just like, oh my god, that's so cool. Because some crackhead literally walks in the middle of the road, doesn't even get run over, and literally starts screaming at Boris Johnson. And this Boris Johnson still, like, he completely ignores him. And he's literally like, oh, da 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 da. And then this crackhead is just like, oh, shut up! And I think, like, literally half of the LGBT that were there, like, everyone that was there, I think we were all just, like, pissing ourselves laughing, because he's just like, shut the hell up! And as he walks off, we're just, like, giving him a round of applause, like, everyone's cheering for him, and he's like, alright. He literally, that crackhead was awesome. I love that. I love a good crackhead. I shouldn't call them crackheads. He was such a nice guy. The sad part, apart from the homophobes, was the fact that there was a Deadpool. Someone dressed as Deadpool and went to Pride. And I was too scared to ask them for a picture. And I wanted to cry inside. I literally went to sleep last night and thought, I wish I'd taken a picture with that Deadpool. He was so cool. And everyone who had a free hug sign, he literally went up to them and literally hugged them to death. So my plan for next year, grab a sign, not even a small one, grab a massive one, and it's going to be Hug Me Deadpool all over it. And if he doesn't see it, I will drown in sorrow. Because he was so cool, and me and Natasha's brother went with us. Me and Natasha's brother were like, because we had two opportunities. The first one, I was like, no, I'm too scared. The second one was like, I need to do this. And then I backed out. And I didn't see him for a couple of hours, so I was like, I'm gonna miss my chance. So we followed the parade, and we had so much fun. It was actual fun, except for the fact that Natasha was waving her flag in my face, so I got really annoyed. But other than that, once we reached there, we got to the main stage. They had a little introduction where the whole organization, or the whole event, was funded by M&S Bank. Someone gave their story. It was really, really sweet. Then there was singing, there was a choir, I think. Then someone had a guitar, someone had a saxophone, don't know what his name was. And it was literally the best. And that whole time, occasionally I would just turn around and just look for Deadpool. I think he went home, and I think I'm going to cry. If he's not there next year, I will hang myself, because I need to get a picture. And I need to ask for his socials, so I can follow him on Instagram. I just need that. I need that in my life. So, now's the fun part. I get to talk about who did I like. Did I meet anyone I thought was cute? Big answer, or the fat, short, stupid one is no. I did not find anyone. Or I think I did, but they were on the outside of the parade as we were walking past. And my friends literally would have ignored me and walked on. So I literally just couldn't run to them, ask them like, hey, I think you're pretty cool. Can I have your number or something? Like, pretty slick, pretty sliding into the DMs, cool. No, I just had to stick into the parade. I think whilst we were on the parade, I saw the Deadpool, and he was like dancing and everything. And I died inside. That would have been my third opportunity. No, I think that was my second. Yeah, that was my third opportunity. And I wanted to, but I wanted to stick with my friends. So, sad times. Sad times. We love. Also, I bought a flag. Yes. £5, well spent, obviously, because I'll be using it for next year. What do you think? I literally had the best fun time. If anyone's thinking of going and you're a bit scared, I understand how it does feel a bit scary. There are a lot of people. It can get very crowded, but I suggest going with a few friends. If you don't have any friends to go with, make some and then go. But I highly suggest going with a few friends. That way you'll get into the mess together and it's so much fun. I literally would, apart from the fact that my feet were killing me, I would definitely go again. And I plan on wearing something a bit more gay next time. So that should be fun. I'm still thinking about the fact that I didn't get a picture with Deadpool. I wonder if I could search him up on Instagram. Like, use the hashtag Chester Pride and see if there are pictures. Could do it. I'm gonna do it. Speaking of the Pride was possibly the most important part of the event itself to me. It was the part that I most looked forward to, and apart from the fact that I had a flag in my face half the time, I got so many pictures. I literally took one every second, and it was so fun to see. It felt really special because as you were walking down the middle of the road, there would be huge, massive people. There were people on balconies, on the sides of the houses and the bars and everything. There were workers standing outside. The shops were decorated. There were literally hundreds of people on the side of the street, all just cheering you on. And at that moment, you literally feel uplifted. Like, you feel like you're suddenly a better person. Like, you suddenly feel like, yeah, this is who I am. And that's literally how it made me feel. It sounds so cheesy and so corny, but it literally happened to me and I was like, whoa, this is weird. Mental state, what's going on? But yeah, they're all cheering you on. There was even a church that welcomed people, and I was like, that is so amazing. I have a picture. Follow me on my Instagram and I will post it. I'll do it later, maybe tomorrow. If I don't, message me and say, hey, post that picture. Do it now. And if I say what, just explain, because I have a terrible memory. And yeah, do go to Pride. It is literally once a year. I have never had so much fun, especially with friends. It was literally the most enjoyable time of my life. And I got to visit Chester, which was amazing. It was awesome. And yeah, just go do it. Otherwise, you'll literally never get another chance. So. And on that note, that will be all from me. That's the quick little life update. I think I might do another video posting on my current status, single, and also other current status in college. I know, everyone thought I was in sixth form. Hell no, I moved. So on that note, I'll be leaving you. And as always, stay kawaii. Bye guys!